The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, and much of it remains unexplored. But what we do know is terrifying. From monstrous predators to alien-looking nightmares, here are the top 12 scary sea creatures that actually existed. 1. Helicoprion, the buzzsaw shark. Helicoprion lived about 290 million years ago, long before dinosaurs even appeared. It looked like a shark, but had one of the most bizarre features in the history of evolution: a circular saw-like spiral of teeth called a tooth whorl, located in its lower jaw. Imagine a buzzsaw inside a shark's mouth. It didn't have typical rows of teeth. Instead, as new teeth grew, old ones coiled forward into the spiral. Scientists were baffled for decades. They didn't even know where to place the spiral. Now, some early theories put it on the nose or dorsal fin, but modern reconstructions show it was likely used to grasp and shred soft prey like squid. When it clamped down, the spiral would rotate inward, dragging prey deeper into the mouth. It wasn't huge, about 10 to 15 feet long, but if you saw this thing in the water, you'd think a blender came to life. 2. Leedsichthys, the gentle giant. Leedsichthys is the largest bony fish to ever swim in Earth's oceans. It lived around 165 million years ago during the Jurassic period and could grow to a length of 50 to 65 feet. That's roughly the size of a humpback whale. Despite its monstrous size, it wasn't a predator. It was a filter feeder. It used gill rakers to sift plankton from the water, similar to how whale sharks feed today. But just imagine how terrifying it would be to encounter something that large moving silently beneath the waves. With its massive open mouth and sheer size, it could accidentally swallow a human whole. Not out of aggression, but because you were just in the way. Its skeleton was mostly cartilage, so fossils are rare, but the fragments we do have point to a creature that dwarfed almost everything around it. 3rd, Jaekelopterus, the sea scorpion titan. This thing looks like it came straight out of a nightmare. Jaekelopterus was a massive species of Eurypterid, or sea scorpion, that lived about 390 million years ago. Fossils suggest it could grow up to 8.5 feet long, making it the largest arthropod ever discovered. That's longer than a king-size bed. Its body was armored, its limbs were sharp, and its front claws were powerful enough to grab and shred fish. It lived in shallow seas and freshwater environments, and while we don't know if it directly attacked humans, it certainly could have if humans existed back then. Its compound eyes, strong pincers, and fast movement made it a perfect ambush predator, and with legs designed to crawl on land, it might have even hunted along the shoreline. Imagine walking along a beach and seeing that crawl out of the water. 4th, Megalodon, the real sea monster. You've heard the name, and yes, the Megalodon was every bit as terrifying as the legends say. This prehistoric shark lived from about 23 to 3.6 million years ago and could grow up to 60 feet long. Its teeth were 7 inches long, about the size of a human hand, and it had over 250 of them at any given time. Fossil evidence shows it preyed on large whales, using its massive bite to crush bone and tear through flesh. Its bite force is estimated to have exceeded 40,000 pounds per square inch, enough to bite a small car in half. Scientists believe it may have been able to swim at over 10 miles per hour and used ambush tactics, striking from below to deliver a devastating bite. If you were swimming in the ocean during the Miocene period, you probably wouldn't have seen it coming. 5. Tylosaurus, the apex reptile. Tylosaurus was a marine reptile from the late Cretaceous, belonging to the mosasaur family. It reached lengths of 45 feet or more and had an elongated skull filled with sharp, interlocking teeth. It didn't just eat fish. Fossil evidence shows Tylosaurus preyed on other marine reptiles, sharks, and even seabirds. One fossil had the remains of another mosasaur inside its stomach. It swam using its powerful tail, and its streamlined body made it an agile and aggressive hunter. In the movie Jurassic World, a mosasaur was shown leaping out of the water to snatch prey, and while that was exaggerated, Tylosaurus was the top predator of its ecosystem. Think of a supercharged crocodile that could swim faster than a dolphin. 6. Dunkleosteus. The armored giant Dunkleosteus lived about 360 million years ago and is one of the most terrifying prehistoric fish ever discovered. It could grow over 30 feet long and weighed nearly 4 tons. Its head and front half were covered in thick, bony armor, but its most frightening feature was its mouth. Instead of teeth, it had 2 sharp, bony plates that formed a beak-like structure. It could open its jaws in just 20 milliseconds and slam them shut with tremendous force. Its bite was powerful enough to crush the shells of armored prey and slice other fish in half. Some estimates say it could generate a bite force of over 8,000 pounds. Dunkleosteus was like a living submarine with jaws of steel, and everything in the Devonian oceans feared it. 7th, Basilosaurus, the serpent of the sea. Despite its name meaning king lizard, Basilosaurus was a fully aquatic whale that lived about 40 million years ago. It had a long snake-like body that stretched up to 60 feet in length. Unlike modern whales, Basilosaurus had sharp teeth and a narrow crocodile-like skull. It hunted fish, sharks, and even other marine mammals. 8th, Livyatan, whale versus whale. Livyatan was another prehistoric whale, but unlike Basilosaurus, it was much closer in shape to modern sperm whales. It lived about 12 million years ago and grew to around 55 feet long. What made Livyatan unique was its terrifying weaponry. Massive 12-inch long teeth in both jaws. Modern sperm whales only have teeth in their lower jaw and mainly eat squid. Livyatan used its teeth to bite and kill large prey, including other whales. It likely competed with Megalodon, meaning the 2 greatest ocean predators may have shared the same hunting grounds. Fossils of its skull show a massive brain cavity, suggesting it was intelligent, and possibly hunted in pods like orcas do today. Picture a killer whale the size of a bus, with teeth longer than kitchen knives. 9th, Kronosaurus, named after a titan. Kronosaurus was a pliosaur from the early Cretaceous, reaching up to 33 feet in length. It had a short neck, a huge skull, and a powerful bite. Its jaws were filled with long conical teeth, perfect for gripping slippery prey. It had 4 strong flippers, making it a fast and agile swimmer in the ancient oceans. Its name comes from Cronus, the Greek titan who devoured his own children, fitting for a creature that devoured anything smaller than itself. Fossilized stomach contents include turtles, fish, and even other marine reptiles. It was the underwater equivalent of a T-Rex. 10th, Anomalocaris, the alien hunter. Anomalocaris lived over 500 million years ago during the Cambrian period and was one of the first apex predators on Earth. It grew to about 3 feet long, which doesn't sound like much, but during the Cambrian, that made it huge. Most other creatures were less than an inch long. It had a segmented body that undulated as it swam, 2 large eyes on stalks, and 2 barbed appendages for grabbing prey. But the strangest feature was its mouth, a round circular jaw that opened and closed like a spinning trap. 11. Cretoxyrhina, the Ginsu shark. Meet the Cretoxyrhina, also known as the Ginsu shark. And yes, it's named after those razor-sharp kitchen knives. This prehistoric shark terrorized the seas about 100 million years ago during the Cretaceous period. Growing up to 25 feet long, it had rows of incredibly sharp serrated teeth that could slice through almost anything. What made Cretoxyrhina truly nightmarish wasn't just its size, it was its diet. Fossil evidence shows it regularly hunted and killed other massive marine reptiles, including mosasaurs and plesiosaurs. We've found bite marks on prehistoric turtle shells, shark vertebrae with Cretoxyrhina teeth still embedded in them, and even the remains of giant fish that were clearly no match for this oceanic assassin. Its teeth were like living chainsaws, constantly being replaced as they wore down from cutting through bone and armor. Some paleontologists believe it may have been warm-blooded, giving it the energy to be an active, relentless hunter. Imagine a great white shark, but longer, faster, and with absolutely no fear of attacking creatures twice its size. 12th, Thalattorcon, the ruler of ancient seas. Thalattorcon lived about 244 million years ago, just after the worst mass extinction in Earth's history. Its name literally means ruler of the seas, and it earned that title. This marine reptile grew to nearly 30 feet long and had a skull over 5 feet in length, filled with massive blade-like teeth. What makes Thalattorcon particularly terrifying is that it evolved right after the Permian extinction wiped out 90% of all life on Earth. As the ocean slowly recovered, this apex predator emerged to dominate the empty seas. It had no competition. Nothing else came close to its size or power. Its massive flippers could propel it through the water at high speeds, and its enormous jaws could crush prey as large as dolphins. Let me know what top 12 you want to see in the next video.